Guests told me they were here to die. I was working the PM shift, and this man and woman walked in looking very unkempt and a bit dirty. I assumed they were homeless. They asked if we had any open rooms. This hotel is on a busy street in a big city, so I'm used to homeless people sometimes walking in. I told them we only take credit card, thinking they would leave, but the guy pulled out a credit card. I told him I needed ID as well, and after a bit of rummaging through his bags, he pulled out an ID with a name that matches the credit card. I didn't really know what to do at this point, so I booked them a room. As I walked them to their room, I asked them if they were in town for anything, and they told me they actually live in the area but wanted to book a hotel room because we're going to die tonight. I honestly thought I didn't hear them correctly and just said, "Oh, nice." They came by the desk later in the evening asking for a kettle and were acting friendly. I couldn't help myself, so I asked if earlier they had said they were going to die tonight. The woman replied almost happily, "Yes, we thought it would be better to die here." I asked how she knew they were going to die, and the guy said, "Sometimes you just know." All I could think about was how I was working the checkout shift the next morning and would have to deal with whatever was about to happen. The next morning I asked it overnight if anything weird had happened, but he said nothing out of the ordinary. I knew I would just have to wait until checkout time. At 11, I was relieved to see the two of them coming downstairs until the man ran over to the front desk and started shaking his fists in my face, screaming at me. I don't really know what he was saying other than "I'm going to get you." And the woman say, "You better watch out." I just kept repeating they needed to leave, and thankfully they left. I went up in their room afterwards to check it out, and the bed wasn't even touched, so IDK where they slept. But I found a box of baking soda and some tinfoil. After that, I didn't want to touch anything else. Overall, not the worst guests I've had to deal with. I'm not sure why they thought they were going to die that night, and I'm just going to assume they were high F. I actually ended up seeing them quite a bit in the neighborhood when they set up camp right outside one of the doors to my local grocery. I avoided that entrance for a bit just in case.